All right, let's go right to left. Top right drawer. Pretty much empty. Notice the felt's in really good shape though inside this box for the most part. We have a vernier, a weird one. I've never seen one like this. Oh, this is a General Hardware, General Tool, model 723. I bet you it's worth like nothing. And I appear to be right. I can't find any that have sold on eBay, and there's one currently on eBay, and the guy's asking $8 for it, $7.99 for it. No action. So, this is also a General. This is a General slash MG. I forgot what the MG stands for. Yeah, okay, General MG Japan. So this is actually made in Japan, whereas this is General made in the USA. So this is actually a decent quality depth micrometer, and it's in excellent shape, and it's got the ratchet. It's got one rod in it though, and nothing else. No case, no rods, no nothing. $5. That gets us down to what, 30? Ah, dividers. But I mean, if they're no names like this pair right here, who cares? I don't know, a couple bucks, not even worth counting. That's a Starrett pair right there. These have, the market on these, unless there's something very unique, isn't so great. So I'll probably have to put like two together. So we'll call these two $5. What am I down to? $30? So I guess that gets us down to like $25. And here's another one that, you know, even the manufacturer wouldn't want to put the name on it. A nice, really nice condition, this set right here. Very reminiscent of Starrett. Unfortunately, completely unmarked. Good size though. I could probably get, you know, a little bit more for these. We can call these $5. That gets us down to $20. And what we have left in the drawer here. This is a Fulton. No real value. This is a, okay, this is the leg off of this. Alright, so this is a pencil lead in here, a little compass. This is made in Germany. This probably came out of a, what the heck's the name of that company? I used to see their drafting sets all the time. Anyways, so, what are we down, 25, I think? Let's say it gets us down to 20. Anything in the center drawer? No machinist handbook. Oh, there's a high-speed steel blank for turning your own, for grinding your own lathe tools. Here's some cemented carbide ones. What the? This appears to be just made out of wood, as if maybe somebody was teaching somebody, giving somebody a model to follow for grinding. There's 3 wooden ones there. Actually, you know what? There's quite a few of these blanks. 5/16 M2SQ. Might be able to find a market for those. Top left drawer. Some carbide inserts. Brand new. But I happen to know there's nothing in here these fit. But what's nice is somebody attached the catalog page out of the MSC catalog right to this. So I'm betting that triangular insert right there, one of these sizes right here, is what's in this. And that looks like an MSC part number on there. So I could figure out what these inserts are easy enough. No real value to them though. Doubt I have anything they fit. Or maybe I do. Early Brown and Sharp 1 to 2 inch. We can call that $5. Are we down to 15 yet? I don't remember. And here's another Early Brown and Sharp. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, this is an early Goodall Pratt from Greenfield, Massachusetts. Somebody at some point paid $10 for this at a tag sale or something. Oh, look at that flippin' little... The hell is that? Boy, The fact that that's not busted off after all these years, that is so thin right in there. This might be a nice collectible one. I'll have to look it up. Good old Pratt from Greenfield, Massachusetts, very early. I think, yeah, so we can get down to $10 on these two old micrometers. And then we've got this one. This is in its highfalutin vinyl case. But inside here, even though it's just a general MG made in Japan, an MG 104 micrometer, it's actually in really good shape. It's a 0 to 1 inch, thousandths resolution. I'm wondering if that's supposed to click and it doesn't. So maybe, I don't know. Well, this might be worth $5. So that gets us down to $5, I think, right? We were at 10. Come on, let's go. Did I do this draw? I think I missed this draw. Another unmarked caliper, a couple of T-nuts, a very early set of dividers. Oh, we got a name on this one. And all these say is cast steel, so probably never going to identify those, unfortunately, because those look early. And a little scale here. No, we didn't quite get $5 out of that, so. All right. Second to the last draw, guys. Might have to reposition the camera. Let's just start on the left-hand side here, because what we have here is the ubiquitous generic plastic caliper case, 0 to 150 millimeter digital caliper. Let's see. Oh yeah, what a puff. Oh yeah, electronic digital caliper operating instructions. Electronic digital caliper. Oh yeah, these are right up there with Harbor Freight quality. And they're either broken, have no battery in them, or have a dead battery. Oh, you know what? Look at that. There's a brand new battery still in the case. These might be brand new old stock. Oh no, there's a battery in there. All right. Even if these work, they're worth very little. So let's. Oh, okay. All right. We'll say it's the $5. So that I'm now down to. I've now broken even. So. And unfortunately, here's another caliper box unmarked by maker, and inside is again unmarked. However, they do say made in China over here, and they do say shockproof, which when there's nothing on the dial but the word shockproof, that's a dead giveaway that it's Chinese. I will say this though, they actually still work perfectly fine. So cheap calipers for somebody. They give them to the guy in the shop who's always borrowing your tools and breaking them. Here's the other half of the draw. General protractor. Again, general hardware, so made in the USA. Decent quality, but only worth a couple of bucks to me. You know, I think I can get like $5 for these when I do sell them. Plastic ruler. No value. Precision, and I use that term loosely. Square, marked India, with some sort of crap all over it. Might clean up though. Again, nothing to get excited about, unfortunately. Another plastic ruler, and then we got some scales here. Let's see what we got for scales. Well, that's a 12-inch Starrett. That's a 12-inch Starrett that's cleaner. That's a 12-inch Starrett that's in satin chrome finish, tempered. That's a nicer one. This little slice of heaven right here. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. This is not your flimsy little ruler. This has got some thickness to it. Oh yeah, this is a Brown and Sharp manufacturing company of Providence, Rhode Island, 600. So I wonder if that's the part number. I got a feeling that's going to be a pricey little scale right there. Looks like it goes up to, what does that go up to? 12 inches. But it's interesting. It's a 12-inch scale, but it starts and ends. See, it ends before the actual physical end of the scale. And it starts before the physical end of the scale. This end of the scale actually is where they put the part number. Oh, I gotta see what that is. But before I look that up, let's just get this out of the way. This is a Fairgate, Cold Springs, New York. This is made in USA, believe it or not, 18-inch. It's not cut off. They actually, but the way this is made, I think at the company, they just go down the line and they cut. So it's made in USA, but it's a very cheap aluminum scale. I've had some 6-inch Fairgate ones, and they are garbage. Good beater rules, I guess. Oh, I got excited too soon. What this is this is for depth gauge, a Brown & Sharp number 600 depth gauge. This is the blade, and I don't have the other piece. It's missing. Basically, it's one of these. This is my Starrett one that I picked up a little while back at the tool store. I mean, I only paid $12.50 for this, and it's a Starrett. And I think I just saw one on eBay, complete with the thing or whatever, for like $15. So that's a shame, because that actually seems like a pretty nice quality scale. I'll throw out my toolbox. Oh well. Last draw. Some more triangle inserts. And some more triangle inserts. These are TP405s. And these, I don't know what they are. Anyways. Bunch of high-speed steel. A general cheapy rule. Hey, another Niagara dovetail cutter. A funky blade. Made in the USA, number 6. It says BP, made in the USA, and then number 6 over here. And then the interesting thing is the blade is a 25A blade. It actually says something Morton. Almost looks like something WAAN, Swan Morton, made in England. So it's I wonder how you take that blade out. There must be a way. I'll probably slice the bejesus out of myself trying to take this off. All right, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Pen. Oh, here's a little. Oh, what do we got here? Check this out. We have some sort of funky little boring bar here with graduated ring. All right, so I don't exactly know why, but for some reason, I guess you would want to be able to very precisely set the angle of this tip. I wonder if that's for cutting threads. I don't know. You guys, I hope that's focusing. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm looking at here. It's very interesting indeed. No markings on it, though, to indicate who the hell makes this thing. And it almost looks to me like maybe this end was turned down. I don't know. I know I might be going out of frame as I go to the left hand of this box, but trust me, all I'm basically looking at is a bunch of high-speed steel over here. This little flapper thing, whatever that's for. One solid carbide end mill. So let's leave that in here so it can bang around and get chipped. A little tiny end mill there. Oh, these little Bowtech, whatever. Look at that. There's that same sticker that was on that good old Pratt micrometer from a while back. This is like the little brush for like putting flux on components when you're soldering and stuff. I wonder if these are electronic related items. Electronical. And just a whole bunch more small end mills, all high-speed steel, a lonely needle file, a very tiny Allen driver, very small end mill, probably a double-ended, yep. What size is that? Hey, this is a Brown & Sharp branded end mill. That's kind of cool. Made in the US of A. Of course it is. 1/8 inch diameter, it looks like. That's an itty bitty one. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 brand new unused Atkins silver steel tungsten high speed made in the USA, number 1412. What looked to be hacksaw blades. And that brings us to the final item. A T-wrench. T-handle wrench for ROUT, for router. A T-handle wrench for the router. It was $9.99 at some point. Now, it was made in China. Who cares? Wow. That wasn't exactly exciting, was it? One last bite at the apple, so to speak. The famous dead zone underneath here. We're going to remove this bottom draw, and we're going to hope that we find some guy's wallet full of cash that he was hiding from his missus before he croaked. That's horrible, Steve. I can't believe you just said that. Yeah. Ooh. You know what I see? A whole lot of nothing. Oh, I almost forgot about these. These 3 mag bases were included in this deal, and I just had them in a separate box. And this one's just the typical made in China base. It's got the extra arm, clamp, and the fine adjustment, so at least it's fairly complete, but it's still a pretty cheap one. And then this one is marked made in Taiwan, so it's another cheapie. A little bit different looking though. And then this one was kind of interesting. This is an Enco. So this probably came right out of the old Enco catalog at some point. There's no on-off switch to turn this on or off. So it's pretty much just got to break it loose to, I guess, take it off. But what's kind of nice about it is it's got this ball and socket feature, and it's just stiff enough so that it seems to stay put pretty well, but you can still adjust it, so it gives you some adjustment. So that's an interesting one. I've never seen one like that. All right, guys, that's it. That's a wrap for this one. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not already a subscriber and you like seeing tool find videos and other videos of various nature that you never know what I'm going to get into next, please consider subscribing to my channel. And please hit the like button. Take care. Hey guys, here's a little bonus video clip regarding this pick. Later in the evening, when I sat down and started going through stuff and pricing stuff up for sale, I came across a couple of discoveries, and I wanted to talk about it because I found it kind of interesting. The first thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about this knife that I found that looked interesting to me. I called it a scalpel, and I do believe it is considered a sort of scalpel, but it says BD on it, number 6, and I found out BD stands for Bard Parker, and this is what's called a Bard Parker laboratory knife. And all of my information I got from a video I found on YouTube of a model maker who is a dentist, and he talks about how, as being a dentist, this is apparently something that is common for dentists to have, or orthodontic surgeons or something, I don't know. But anyways, the Bard Parker knife apparently can be a little bit harder to find new, because it tends to be sold to the professional medical community or something like that. So they have I think a number 5, which is a smaller handle, and then this is the number 6, which they call the laboratory knife. So anyways, what's interesting about this thing is that apparently this is really a nice knife to use for precision cutting and things like that. He also shows how to remove the blades, which I'll show you now. So earlier today I was kind of scared I was going to cut myself, and it turns out all you have to do to remove the blade is bend up on the back of the blade here so that you can slide it off of the mount. So I'm just going to bend up and slide forward. Still kind of, I mean, that is super sharp. That's why I'm being such a chicken about it. Okay, and then getting a new blade on. All right, it's basically, I'm going to slide. There's a slot right there, and we're going to slide this slot. We're going to slide this in so that this engages the slot, and then we just got to push back. And that's it, it's on. And this blade manufacturer, Swan Morton, he mentions that there's two companies that make, that are very popular companies to make blades. And there are all different sizes and shapes of blades available between the two companies for this knife handle. And this one here is a 25A, which is a Swan Morton number. And then I guess the equivalent number in the other company is just a straight, I think, called the 25. But that's something that I'm probably going to keep because I don't think it has a huge amount of value, but he talks about how much better it is ergonomically in your hand than the round X-Acto knife blade. And he actually said that he believes that depending on where you source them from, that you can actually buy these blades cheaper than X-Acto blades. So that's interesting. The other item I wanted to show was this small little 3-inch set of calipers that looked really early to me, and I initially had said that there were no markings on this whatsoever, and I just happened to spot something and then looked at it under magnification and was able to confirm that these are in fact marked, and they're marked with a company name I hadn't heard of previously. So these are marked with a little circle, a name that's in a circle. And again, it's Crowder and Company. And part of it was stamped on them, and part of it ended up becoming, like, it was on the edge of the metal, so it didn't stamp the full name. So hopefully you can see that right there. But this is Crowder and Company, or Crowder Company, I think. And then there's just the word new right there, but what was supposed to be here is Newark, New Jersey. And these, based on the research I did on the company, these, because they say Newark, New Jersey on the bottom there, probably date prior to 1920. So these are really early. And if anybody's curious, the spelling on that name is Kraeuter. They are actually better known for some slip joint style pliers that they made years ago. At least that's based when I Googled that name. What came up was on an old tool website, a whole explanation of how to date their pliers. And there was no mention of calipers. There is one set of these on eBay currently, but they're larger. They're not 3-inch. They're like, I think they're 6-inch. And the seller is asking $28 or best offer plus shipping. And I couldn't find any previous sales. So I think this is a pretty rare caliper. So not a tremendous amount of value. I currently have this up for sale for $15 on my page. You know, in case there's a collector out there who wants to have a pair of these. These are kind of nice because they're the little 3-inch, you know. Well, that's it. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care.